Yeah, in last classes, what we have seen is launching the browser and performing few operations, right? Like clicking, typing, that means send keys, and then retrieve the text from UI. So these are the three operations that we have done in yesterday's class. And also we have written locators using ID, name, class name, and we have written with link text and then XPath. So still we need to discuss about CSS, and we have many other patterns of writing XPath. That's the two things that we have to discuss. Then we move to other topic. Okay. By now you'll be understanding like what Selenium is. What we are going to learn here in Selenium is how to perform different operations which we do manually through our code. Okay, so identifying those methods or classes to be used and how to call them, at what scenario we have to call them, that we are learning now. So in order to better understand them, what I do is I'll take one example and we'll go through while writing the code for that, we'll get different new scenarios. Okay, we'll see how to handle them. Okay, in order to do that, you should have a test environment. The test environments, generally yesterday I've used one website, right, demo.opencode.com, or you can use amazon.com or flipkart.com. But instead of that, if you have a local environment, that would be easier for you because it will be faster and then there is no dependency on the internet. Okay, so that too how we have to test in your real time also. Either you have to install in your local or in your intranet servers. Okay, so for that, what I do is I'll take one website. I'll explain you how we are going to use that. Okay, so this is one application which I have installed in my local. Okay, that I'll be writing our test cases. Okay, so first I'll show you the functionality, the manual steps, then we'll try to automate the same. Okay, first I want to launch admin URL of this Lime survey application. What this Lime survey application will do is, okay, you can create the surveys and share it with the people so that they can complete their surveys and then you can get the responses back, you can get the analytics and their feedback, then you can assess it. Basically these surveys are different areas that people can use. I'll give you one scenario. Okay, I am taking these classes, right? I can create a survey for you guys to fill it out to provide me the feedback that how the classes has been and then how the durations and all this stuff. Like I can get the feedback from you. Basically, surveys are either to get the uh, people pulses or people's needs, or how to, or get their feedback. Okay, the surveys are okay. So I hope you understand the functionality of this Lime survey. Now I am logging in into this application. The first thing is, like, while you are logging, you have to provide the username and password, and then you can choose the language. Okay, so which language that you want to use, like default, either English or you have some other language here. These languages are configurable. So you, now I choose default and then log in. Okay, now you have logged in into Lime server admin section, where you have different functionalities are available. Okay, so one functionality is you can create a new survey and share it with the people, or you can see the list of surveys, and then you can see their analytics. That means how many filled, how many not filled. Okay, and then if you go here, this global settings, this is where you can configure settings like who has the access, and then like how many surveys we have. Okay, so what is the language it supports. Okay, so these are all the languages it supports. And then security, like how the login should happen, and then there are so many things like how REST APIs has been defined. Okay, email settings, like how the emails should go. All these settings will be available in global settings. Okay, you see here you have global settings, and then home page settings, menu configurations, like manage users, like how many users, like who are the admin users or normal users. Okay, this is the backups. All these configurations are available here. Okay, now I hope you understand what this functionality does on a high level. Okay, now first what I'll do here is I'll create a new survey. Okay, so in order to create a new survey, you should click on plus, and then you have text element, general settings, presentation, navigation, publication, navigation and data management, participant settings. Okay, like that you have these tabs we have. Okay, now survey title. Okay. Survey title is feedback of China elections, something like this. Okay. Okay. Base language, what language that you want to provide? English. What is the description that you want to give to get the whole results from numbers? Okay, welcome message. Welcome message means like first time when you come, you can see this message. Okay, welcome. Please provide your opinion or whatever it is. I can write some things here. Okay. Okay. End message is once you complete your survey, what is your what you should see. Okay. Thanks for your time. Okay. And then if you see, create example questions and group, or we don't need an example question group and question. and then end URL. URL you can leave it as it is. So URL description you can keep it as like if you want you can keep it. They are optional. There is something called mandatory and optional. Mandatory is a field we should fill uh, without fail. Okay, but whereas optional is you can skip them, and you can choose what is the date format that you want to display. Okay, dot or comma that you can choose. Okay, this section is completed, and you have to go to the next tab. And like survey owners, you can give this. Let's say I'm providing some other name, or you can keep the same. And administrator, let's say I'll give my name. Okay, Bharat at the rate. Generally, we get emails to that. But I did not configure the email, so you will not get any emails now. Okay. Now, you can see there is certain groups that you can provide, and you can choose, but we did not have any groups. And then you can choose format of your question by question or group by group. So I can say question by question, so I can provide one question each. And then there are 3 types of templates that we have, which is the example displayed here, that is fruity, and it is bootswatch, and then it is vanilla. Generally, you can choose any one of that. Okay, so then this is like general settings, and you go to the presentation navigation, and these are the few informations, like we don't need it. Okay, so these are some configurations, whether we should show some, we should not show some. So we can based on this configuration, it will change their functionality. Okay, so I'll leave it as it is. I'm creating with minimum configuration. Okay, now start date, I'll create a day before 25th. Okay, and then end date, maybe I'll keep 31st. Now list survey publicly, set cookie to prevent repeated participation. Use CAPTCHA for survey access. Use CAPTCHA for registration. Use CAPTCHA for save and load. CAPTCHA means like it's for protection. Okay, I'll leave as it is. Then you don't have this fill all these things, just ignore it. What you can do is you can just click on save. Participant settings means like it does the same thing. Okay, now you see a survey has been created. This is the message that you got. Once you click on this survey, if everything works, you can see your new survey was created. Okay, you just close it. Now there are all these things that needs to be filled. We are not going to see that now. I'll see only the important ones. See, because like whenever you are working on any application, okay, what you have to do is, these are all the functionality that they are offering. We should test it that whether that functionality is working or not. Okay, that's our job. We are doing it with the automation, right? That means we take one scenario, like we'll start somewhere, and we'll go step by step process, and then we'll verify whether all the things are working on or not in each step. Okay. Now I should create the questions, list questions. If you go down and click on list questions, you can create the questions here. Okay. So before creating the questions, you need to create a group. Okay. So list question groups. Here, first you have to add a group. Group is elections. You can give anything. Okay. Save and add question. That means you are creating a group and then you can add the question. When you adding this, like new question was question group was saved. This is one message. You can close it. You can now add a question in this group. Okay, just close it. First, you have to provide the question code. Let's say ELE1. You can give anything there. And what is the question? Who will be the next president? Okay, you will be the next president. You can choose what kind of question it is. You know, you will have different types of questions, right? You can provide text, you can provide draw MCQs, like multiple choice questions. Okay, so you can choose like whether it is single choice question arrays or multiple choice questions or long free text. That means they can type it. Okay, they can choose like this. Okay, there are different questions of this, like drop down. Okay, list drop down, radios, okay, listed comment. There are different kinds of questions you have. You choose, you can select any type. Okay, now when I select multi choice, then you can choose like okay, this default. I'll choose default. Then yeah, you have this. This is help, like what we want to do, and then create a save button. Maybe I'll choose just text question. Okay, long text, so that I don't need to worry about anything now. Save. One question has been created. I'll create one more question, and then two questions should be fine. ELE2. Is this elections are not biased? And you have this one, and then you can just create save. So two questions have created, and these two questions, what I want to do is I want to give it to the customers or users. Now list questions have been created, and you can add the participants by their email, or you can share this URL so that they can access this URL and then they can do. Now what we have to do is, once we have made all these changes, you want to publish and provide the access to the people. Okay, so start time, this is the end time, and then what you need to do is you need to activate this survey. Once you click on this activate this survey, okay, then they will ask you. Okay, yeah, that's it. You click on save and activate survey, and then people can activate use it. So you can use this URL and share it with the people, or you can email it. Okay, so I'll open a Firefox which is in different browser, so that they will not maintain the cookies in that. Okay. See, this line survey has uh, started, and this is the title, feedback of general elections. This is the description to get the poll, whatever we have. This is the welcome message that I have given. Okay, this is the configuration. There are two questions in this survey. This is because we enabled to show how many questions we have. This is one configuration which is the default configuration. Now this is how much percentage it is showing, and when you click on next, you should see the question. Okay, so the question is like, who will be the next president, and the description of that. Okay, so let's say I'll put it as, you can give, if you provide multiple choice questions, you can see that options here. And like whenever I clicked on one, based on the total number of questions, the percentage will be calculated and it will be displayed here. If it is like say having 10 questions, then only 10% might have completed. Okay, because of 2 questions, it's completed 100%. And then is these elections are not biased? Yeah, click on sir. Now see, this is a message that it is at the end card, which has been displayed properly. So this we have to test. Okay, so this is one entire end-to-end scenario. What is that? You have created a new survey and verified that survey is created or not, and we displayed, we have opened that survey and completed that survey. And go back, and then you can see here you can have responses and statistics. See how many has been completed. You can see full responses 1. That means 1 completed successfully. Okay, display responses, and you see this is the details we have here. We got like questions here, and then the responses for those questions. Okay, so all can be displayed here. You can change these options also, how it can be displayed. Okay, yeah, statistics, and then all you can see it from here. We don't worry about this now, this functionality. We worry about only the functionality of creating the survey and executing that survey. Okay, any questions here? Now what I'll do is, we'll divide into different phases. Okay, our first scenario is like typing username and password and click on login button. This is my first step. Second step is go to the configuration. Okay, you have to click on the configuration and then manage survey administrators. You click on this button. Okay, that is the second step, configuration and manage survey administrators. And then third option is, third step is click on add user button, and then you have to provide username, email, full name, and then click on save. Okay, that will be your next step. Once we do that, we'll get that message whether the user has been created or not. Then we will reset the password by using, let's say, I've created a user here. I'll edit that user and then set the password and then save it. With that resetted password, we'll check that, we'll log out from here and then check the new user, we are able to log in or not. Okay, these are all the 5 to 6 steps that involve in this test case. First, I'll do that.